So, welcome to this, I guess. Don't really know. I don't know where to go when it comes to intros, really. I need one. Not like an animated one, but like a voiceover kind of thing. I don't know, I'm not good with them. But it's whatever, I guess. So, this is happening. This is probably the longest thing I've been working on. I think I've been working on it for like a month now. Just because I was too lazy to get around to playing the game. But, I guess. It's whatever. It's a meh kind of game. I don't really know how to feel about it. Like, I want to say it's good. But when you play it for 3.5 hours and all your stuff gets stolen, it's kind of just like, Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun going on quests and going for money. But the only thing is, there's not really a sense to have money. Like, you can buy clothes and, like, different styles for your ships, but, like, that's it. Well, I know that, like, me talking about it gets rid of the whole fun of the experience, but meh. It's just one of the, it's like, I don't really have a game that would compare to Sea of Thieves, actually. It's one of those games that you can sit down and play for a long amount of time and not get bored of it, but the second somebody, like, comes after you or attacks you in some way and, like, steals what you have, that's the second you're like, yeah, I'm done. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a little PvP in games, but, like, it just gets frustrating because it's so heavily reliant on, like, it's so heavy on the fact of keeping your ship afloat, making sure it doesn't sink. So if your boat sinks, that's it. Like, you lose everything. Like, if I spend 3.5 hours gathering crates, and me being, like, on my own, if the ship sinks, that's it. I've lost 3.5 hours worth of work. And then, like, spawning is worse than that. You can spawn and just immediately get killed again because you spawn on your ship. So if somebody comes onto your boat and just sits there with, like, a blunderbuss or a shotgun, you're done. You just spawn and die relentlessly, and there's not much to do about it. I don't know, Sea of Thieves just has an odd place in my heart. It's one of those games that I've played for hours and hours, and, like, I don't know, like, I say like a lot, by the way, jeez, good lord. I need to stop that. So I want to stop saying like now. But it's strange how it works for me, I guess. Like, it goes from being this really fun game to this session of people trying really hard to get something that doesn't really matter. So the money in this game is just for customization purposes, but people treat it like it's real life money. And I don't really see the point. I see Sea of Thieves more as a casual game to play with friends. And it's kind of getting worse now, especially with their most recent update. This is before that, by the way. I'm not going to show anything about the recent update. But, if you have the game, go check it out. They added this new thing called Gilded Voyages that is supposed to get you an immense amount of money and chests. But the thing is it can all be stolen away. So why would you risk doing something so rare and so difficult to do if it's gonna just be stolen by somebody else? It's one of those things that's like, I said it again, it's one of those things that just makes me, like, it's like a turn off for the game. Put in a bunch of work and it's just kind of to no avail if you get attacked. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of games that have the same premise of, if I work toward a superior goal and then get killed and lose it all, you get kind of upset because you feel like 3.5 hours of your time is now gone. And a lot of games do that, but there's a chance to recover from them. Like, this is gonna be a really bad comparison. But like in Minecraft, for example, if you're mining in a cave and you find a bunch of diamonds and then you just... Stupid Siri. And then you just die, you lose it all. So all of that work is now gone. Like, everything you work toward is just gone. It's like dying in lava in Minecraft. When you have everything you own on you. It's like, I lost everything, but at least I can make it back. In Sea of Thieves, it's not like that. Once you do a voyage and complete it, you can't get the voyage back. So if you complete it and somebody steals the chest, that's it. So, an example, these really good voyages that just came out, if we went and did it and it disappeared, we were on our way to sell the stuff and we got attacked, that's it, we lose it. And I mean, the chest that give you all these monies, that gives you all this money is free, but it's still the active time. Also, there's only 2 people on this boat, and we did not fare well. Like, we stayed afloat, but we weren't going nowhere. This was also the first time that these ever broke on me, and I was so lost on what to do. But it's just, it's an odd game, like in general, when it comes to how I feel about it. Still didn't know what I was doing. You can see like the gears in my head turn, but I was so lost. But again, it's just an odd relationship I have with this game. Like, I've played it for like an entire day with friends, and it's not that bad, but the second you play it alone and you get massacred, it's just a letdown. And if anybody that's played Grand Theft Auto, like, online, you know that people are really bad about stealing your stuff on that game, and, like, destroying your cars and that kind of thing. Sea of Thieves is the exact same thing, except a little bit less toxic. Like, when it comes to Grand Theft Auto, people go around with missile launchers and all these other odd things, and it just gets really bad. And this game's just, again, I don't know. Like, you could have a different relationship with this game, I know. I know a lot of streamers enjoy it, because it's entertaining to watch, it's entertaining to play, it's the perfect middle ground for a game. But a lot of people, like, incentivize the whole, see that boat over there? They have a bunch of stuff that they've worked really hard for. Let's steal it. Like, I mean, yes, the game is technically made for that, because it's a pirate game. That's what pirates did, it's what they do. But still, like, people work really hard for this kind of thing, and it doesn't really matter. I also have a really bad problem with oceans. Like, I have a really bad fear of being stranded out in water. So this game does not help that fear. Like, if I look down, I just panic attack, like, instantly. And it drives me nuts. But I would say that I believe the price range for this game, as of doing this voiceover and the editing, really, because I do them about the same time, really it's about like $60, like in US currency, which is a lot of money for a game, especially even like big AAA games. Like, I know that this was made by Microsoft, but still, that's a steep price. But would I say is Sea of Thieves worth $60? No, I do not think this game is worth $60. Like, again, I said it. I said I'd stop saying it. Still going strong. Like, I said it was not worth $60, but in a sense it is. It's one of those games that is very kind of meh. Like, it's fun to play, but it's not something you can play for like a week straight and still be entertained by. It's something you can play for maybe a whole day, and then you need a couple days to like relax from the game. But it's, I don't know, man. It's kind of a love-hate relationship I have with this game. Like, even the combat when it comes to other players, it's kinda like, you have all of the stuff you can have on you. Like, when you start the game, everybody has the same weapons, but you can carry 2 guns, and I don't really see how that's like balanced, really. Like, necessarily it is balanced depending on what you carry, but I've seen people carry the blunderbuss and a pistol, so you have range and so much power potential, but you can't, as being a victim to it, you have nothing to do against it. It's just, like, odd. Because you normally just have a sword and then whatever gun you have on you. But there's so many people that is just carrying 2 weapons. Which is ridiculous to me, because that's so strong. Like, having a shotgun and a pistol. Admittedly, you don't have any short range, but then you have the shotgun, so it wouldn't matter. And then there's the argument of it has limited ammo. Yeah, but it's still a shotgun. I don't want to talk about this fight, by the way. I'm not going to even talk about the gameplay here. This was nuts. Like, it was so annoying having to fight these skeletons. Mostly because I run out of bullets and have to make like 7 trips back and forth to get bullets and then kill them. But this is what I mean. Here's a good example. Me and my friend go over to this island and we're killing these skeletons to get, you know, the skulls to sell them and get money. Say we do all the work like this. We kill all these skeletons, we survive all these battles, and we make it off the island alive. There could be somebody sitting off in a ship just off the coast of this island who wait till we get everything, get back up on the boat, and then they sink us and we've lost all that work. That's pretty stupid to me. Also, the amount of chests, or not chests, but like gunpowder barrels that went off right there. Whew. It's gonna be a pain for YouTube to load, because I know they're not good at making them low textures. Like when you're walking through a big field and there's a bunch of grass, and it just tanks the quality. Probably like this, actually. But it's, I don't know exactly. I think if you plan on buying Sea of Thieves, I think you're better off waiting for it to either go on sale, or for you to just buy the Xbox Game Pass for like $10 a month. But if you do that, you're better off just buying the game for its full price. So I would either wait for it to be on sale, or just not get it at all. You're not missing out really on a lot. Like, if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably put it at like a 7 out of 10. You could take it or leave it. It's an experience in itself. Like, you're not going to experience this in any other video game that is out currently, unless you play Atlas. But I don't think I play Atlas, like, really. Like, I don't see a lot of people playing it. But like I said, you can take it or leave it. It's a fun game to play with friends. If you play it solo, you're gonna want to pull your hair out. And really, that's the basic stuff it gets to. Like, it's fun completing riddles and puzzles and all this other stuff to get this treasure, but at the end of the day, that treasure, good lord, that treasure can still be stolen by other players. And that kind of just... I know there's a lot of games that do that have that whole PvP, you can lose what you work for complex. I know DayZ does it, Rust does it, Minecraft does it if you really play like that. I know Grand Theft Auto Online plays like that. It's just a lot of stuff that I just don't really see the fairness in it, I don't guess. Like working toward getting so much money just for it to all be lost. Like, I'm not saying don't attack other players. I'm just saying, like, do what you want. But just know that there's always gonna be somebody at the end of that sword that's gonna want revenge. You know the saying. I gotta think of it because I don't know the saying. I think it's like poking the bear. Something to that extent. It's something related to that. Like, you do something like this, somebody else is gonna want to turn around and do it to you. So it's a lot of, like, there's a lot of revenge-based stuff around it. I know Rust is really heavy about that too. There's a lot of Rust YouTubers that are out there that talk about having the complex of, like, raiding this big clan because I'm just a solo and they attacked me first. This game is really that statement. I was solo and they attacked me, so I got my squad on and we decimated them. But it's just like that. Like, if I have to say the best thing you could do in this game is play with friends, for sure. That definitely helped me enjoy this game a little bit more, was playing with a big group of people. But all I'm saying is about the whole PvP thing is if you are going to attack people, just attack other, like, I gotta remember the name of the big ship, the Galleon. Attack other big groups of players, don't just attack solos. They're just trying to make a living. Or brigs. Just go for brigs or galleons. A large portion of the time sinking a sloop isn't even worth it. And besides, if you just want this game for its PvP, they have an arena mode, which is pretty much just like kill everyone, you get points for it. You can get buried treasure, get more points, that kind of thing. And then you make a bunch of money at the end. I've only played it once, but I think you get a lot of money at the end if you really do it. Like, I believe I got second place, and I got 5,000 gold. Which sounds like a lot, but it's not. At all. The prices for clothing is like 10,000 gold coins to something even higher than that. I think you have to pay like 70,000 for a jacket, and if it's like a really high up a jacket, it's just weird. Like I said, weird place in my heart. But, you know, play with friends, that helps. Really helps. And really, that's about it I have for Sea of Thieves, really. I do apologize for not making videos more often. I've been having internet troubles over the last couple days, and I would have made better stuff. But I wanted to get Sea of Thieves out of the way first. Next time, we're gonna move on to the Conan Exiles. I was thinking of scrapping that project, but, you know, I already made a teaser for it. So I have to do it now. But that's really all I've got for Sea of Thieves this time. This will probably sound better after, because it sounds terrible with me just talking to myself with no music or anything for the gameplay, but it'll sound better later. And I do want to just say I got new editing stuff, so this is probably going to be completely different. Okay, bye!